Hi everyone, this is Mr. Optimism again. Thanks for joining me here in our World of Outlaws career series. We're going to start our day off here at Sterling County Speedway. We're in our Midget class car as we work through the local series. And as we go around here, I'll just take the time to say, hope everyone's day is going well. Hopefully you're able to enjoy your hobbies as well. If you have video games or actual dirt racing as a hobby. Whatever the case may be. Hope that you're able to take some time and enjoy those things. So we're out of practice and we're into qualifying here. Our practice setup was 50% and we ran 10.885. And in qualifying here, we've made a setup change from 50 to 37%. And we're in our second lap here in the Midget car. We don't quite have our driving line situated yet. We qualified 30th with a time of 11.465. So we're going to start the heat with some work to do. We've not changed our setup, so it's still at 37%. As I try to figure out the line around this track, we're going to have a caution. Spin out there. Restart, and so far we're just trying to get settled in and find a line around this track where we can be competitive. 5 to go. Also put the caveat out there that I'm using a controller, so maybe some of the actions are not as precise as they could be with a wheel, but we try to make what we have work. And the micro sprint and midget class for me are the most difficult until we get our car upgrades at least. So we're in 7th place here on the last lap, and that's going to be our final position. So we're going to go to the B main and we're going to make a setup change. We're going to go the opposite direction to 62%. And top 5 advance to the A main. Alright, as we go around here in our B main, we're really just trying to find a good driving line where we are confident in our car. I'm trying to see where we can maintain that good line and start making up some time on these guys in front of us. I'll try to mention this at the end as well. But if there's something you see in the videos you don't necessarily care for, maybe I need to edit it down more, let me know. I'm happy to listen to that and figure out a way to make the videos more digestible if need be. So we just got past. Had a little trouble there. A little bit of trouble there. You don't want to slide up into the cars like that. 10 to go here at the halfway mark. Seven to go. We're in 4th place. As we come up on lap traffic, try to avoid a wreck here. Five to go here. And we're not gonna. Well, we did get out of that one, okay. That angle maybe doesn't look too hot. We had a good line around the top. The last go around. Maybe I'll try that. I'm just trying to make it to the A here. One to go. A little wheelie hop there. And contact. Alright, so we finished 5th in our B main. And that's going to put us starting 25th in the A main here. So we're going to start last. Coming from way back, we got 30 laps. We've made a setup change to 75%. We're just trying something. We're just taking a gamble. Okay. Yeah, that top line. If we... a little bit of contact there. If we can run that top line and get around the cars. That looks better to me right now. Still trying to get that to work. It's not gonna... we're losing too much momentum on that. Need to put up. Unless I can prove myself wrong here. So 21st currently with 24 laps to go. A little bit of contact, no yellow. Got slowed down, but no yellow. Keep on racing. And we just got lapped. We just got lapped. We're not going to be competing for the win at this point in our career. In our midget class. but we're just gathering data because we're going to come back. Oop. We're going to come back and we're going to win this championship. There we go. So we're in 20th. We started 25th. We're up to 19th. 18 to go. Let's see if I take my own advice here. That line just looks so much faster. But then that's why all the cars are there, right? And then everybody goes down. There we go. Right there. So much more momentum coming out of the corner on that. Yep. Good. Use the wall like a bumper. Up to 17th now. And we're going to close on these guys. Whoa. Wheelie going down the front stretch. Getting a good feel now that we're getting some laps in. Just takes a little bit. To go. Sometimes it's hard to keep from power sliding up in front of somebody, but try not to do it all that often. Oh, caution now coming out. Alright, some contact there as we get back underway. No wreck. This open wheel racing is... Oh, that was a close one. Yeah, the open wheel racing on this game makes for some interesting collisions from time to time. So we got 4 to go and we're in 13th. And we got a caution. So here we are on the restart. Let's see if we can hold on. 3 to go. And I'm a lap down, so even though it says 2 to go, this is really our last lap here. And 13th is going to be our final position. So we started 25th, we finished 13th. That puts us at 19th place in our season standings. And we're going to jump into a different car class on this second race, the UMP Modified Series. So as we get this new car class going and practice here, we've made some upgrades before our first race, and we're again here at Sterling County Speedway, where we just finished the Midget class race. We've upgraded our tires on this car. Tire, suspension, chassis, and engine. Level 1, upgrade 3 on all of those. practice setup is 50%. Pause screen there. And 11.876 is going to be our fastest lap from practice. We're going to jump into qualifying. We've made a setup change to 37%. Lap 1 here. .923. And 11.920 on that lap. And so we qualify 16th. Not bad for our first race, I would say. And now we just have to do that with the other cars. Now with the modifieds, and I mean even with the Midget, you know, they're staggered. You can see the left side is sitting a little higher than the right, and so they're staggered for these tracks. So as we get into the corners, they're really easy to get into the corners, and just provides a different level of drivability. And compared to the previous Tony Stewart games, if you played those, I find more differences, unique differences from car to car and track to track in this game. So I don't know if there's another World of Outlaws dirt racing game in the works. I would love to know more about that. Four laps to go. Maybe later, with the licenses being unified in one place, they can create a similar game. I don't recall the exact title, but there was a NASCAR game that had dirt racing in it as well, where you could start, you know, at the lower series and work your way up to NASCAR. The NASCAR 25, what they have now, I kind of like that they included the ARCA series, so that'll be interesting. We're on our last lap here. We come around, we're in second, and that's where we're going to finish. So we're going to make it to the dash, and we've changed our car setup to 50%. Now that we have a few more laps in, we'll see if we can get that settled down. Get our driving line and our angles figured out. And kind of picking up on the earlier comment about a NASCAR game, including dirt racing. You know, you could almost want to take American Truck Simulator and, you know, run across the country racing from racetrack to racetrack, and that could be a game in and of itself too. Just depends on what level of simulation you want. So 4 to go. We're in 6th place. Two laps to go here. One more lap to go. We are in 6th position. And that's where we're gonna finish. In the dash. So that means we're going to start in 6th in the A main, and we've adjusted our car back down. So we were 37% on qualifying and the heat, 50% on the dash, and we've taken it tighter down to 25%. And like I was talking about how the cars have some stagger built in, that kind of bias to help it turn left. We are now accounting for that freedom that we have by tightening it up. And everyone's going to be a little bit different probably on their driving style. So don't take what I have as for my setup as the only way. There's going to be some variability depending on how you race, and especially if you're using a wheel. But I will move on from that. Here we are in 4th place. We're getting our driving line dialed in. To go. You clear off your visor, thank you. So we're making good laps, and we got some lap traffic we're going to have to consider here shortly. Still on that. So we got some lap traffic. This is going to be a mess. All these cars. Okay, try to get around this guy cleanly. Ooh, that is not going to go well. Okay, so little tap. We're in 3rd. We passed 3rd place for position, but I didn't see where he went. He must have been on the outside. 12 laps to go. We are in 3rd place. I think we're gaining on 2nd, but we're got some lap cars there to contend with. Maybe gaining is not the hard right there. Maybe gaining is not the right word, but we're right there. It's just a matter of some consistency with these lapped cars in our way. And of course, trying to make the pass, we're going to start pressing here. Try to drive a little deeper into the corner, and we don't get the back end around just like that. We've still got to hit our zones for braking We got some damage. We got 5 laps to go here, and we just had a little incident. And we have some aero damage. Hopefully it is not terminal. Okay, he ran in there hard, that 18th place car. 3 to go. We're gonna have some cars in front of us. Create some issues here. 2 laps to go. Oh. 1 to go. There's a car sideways, and we have a wreck. Oh, we have a yellow. So we're gonna have a restart. Again, restarts are not gonna be our strong suit. 2 to go. And we're going to be in 5th position as we come around to take the white flag, 5th place. Oh. So that was a lapped car, it looks like. We finished final position, 5th place. And that means we're in 5th in the season standings. No other notes after the race, and we just jumped straight into Elm Creek. Elm Creek Raceway for the UMP modified class. We've made an upgrade to our tires. Level 2, upgrade 3 at this point. And we'll let practice run for just a little bit, and I'll be back. So we had a time there of 10.451. .451 is going to be our fastest lap of the practice session, and we're running that at 25%. So we're going to go into qualifying here. See how we can do. No change to our car setup. We're still at 25%. We made our goal. Alright, so we qualified 6th with a time of 10.691. So here we go into the heat. And we're gonna try to get our driving line down a little bit better now that we have some traffic to compete with. And we don't want to use them as a bumper, but we're gonna nudge our way up in here. And as you can see, we're still working out some of the kinks. Right there. Try to make it around these corners without losing speed like that. Which is probably in part due to our setup, based on what we saw in practice and qualifying. We want to try to remain competitive, but it's keeping us from chasing down that first place car. Oh, we got a spin and a wreck. Yellow. Alright, so we got some damage now. Got a little bit of damage. Last lap. Alright, so we finished third in our heat race. So we will be starting in 10th for the A main here. It's going to be a little bit of a dogfight getting situated. Just take it nice and easy. So we've kept our setup the same, even though what I just mentioned looks like we're struggling trying to get that back end to slide around. But we don't want to sacrifice what we have at this point. It felt close, but so we're going to try to lean on getting our driving line down over a setup change. So we're in 13th place. We started 10th. And we're trying not to wreck anybody. Try to keep it clean. But maybe we just don't have the top end speed. So we had a short pause there that we cut out. "13 laps to go. We're in 11th place. So we've just gone a lap down. Oh, don't use him as a bumper. Again, we're trying, emphasize, trying to race cleanly. This track makes it a little more difficult than the others with it being so tight, but we will persevere. Yeah, and you know, the more I see, it looks like we do not have the right car set up. We are too tight. We can't get that back end around like we want. 4 to go. A little bit of bumping and shoving. I think 2 laps to go because we're lapped. So we're going to finish in 11th position. We dropped a spot. We started 10th, we finished 11th. And it's going to take us down to 7th place in the season standings. And that will take us to our 4th race of this episode. We're going to be in the same car class, UMP modified, at Fairbury Speedway. We've made an upgrade to our suspension. We are level 2, upgrade 3 on the suspension. I will typically try to do that, you know, as a whole. When I buy the new part, I'll do the upgrade 3 if possible. There's no rhyme or reason to that other than maybe some OCD going on. So it looks like we're going to cut here and go to qualifying. Our practice setup was 50%. And our time was 12.213, our fastest lap. So no change in the car setup. We're still at 50% here. 12.502. Let's see if we can chew off a little bit more. 16th place. Time of 12.378. And in our heat, we're going to keep the setup the same. The setup feels good if we can get our braking down, and or maybe another way to phrase it is our deceleration. Some of these tracks you don't need, you can just feather it a little around the corner without having to use your brakes, and that's usually what I'll try to do unless it's just not working. And I think it'll be more obvious as we get our car upgrades. Alright, so we're trying to run first place down here. 5 to go. So give us a good gauge as to how we're making these corners consistently. There's a good corner. Because if we overshoot that, what I'm calling the braking zone, we are having to slow down too much in the corner, and it delays our acceleration when we're trying to get that rear end around. That looked better. Alright, second place in the heat, which is going to qualify us for the dash. And unfortunately, opposite of what I said just now, we're going to tighten up our dash setup and maybe see what we can do on the outside without bumping cars. So we tighten it up. We're going to try to make this outside line work a little bit more. Or what I call like a teardrop, where you come down, angle down in mid corner. Once you slowed, well, we can't do that with the traffic there. Come on, Mr. Optimism. This doesn't look bad, we just don't have enough speed to get down under. Okay, race cleanly, easy. Okay, that was not bad. And the wall. So I want to make sure it's still there. Alright. One to go. Okay, sixth place. This is a good race. We're going to start our A main. In sixth, no change to our setup. We had a little bit of a struggle there in the first part of the race. Alright, so 40 laps here. We started riding the wall. We started sixth. A little bit of bumping. And we've hopefully dialed in our line here. Running up on the outside. Try to track these guys down. Long race. So we gotta stay off the wall. We lose way too much speed. I mean, it's not even worth cutting it so close when you think about it. And we're gonna try to remedy that moving forward. So now we're encountering our lap traffic. There's a wall tap again. We've got to come out cleaner than that. Good. Slowed down a lot there. Okay, we rubbed the wall there a little bit. Hopefully we don't pay too much of a penalty for it. Oh. It's almost like a magnet over there. Pulling us in. Oh, we got some aero damage now after all the wall riding and bumping. So 18 to go here. As we're making our laps, trying to see where we can make up time on the cars ahead of us. We're still, oh, we got a wreck, we got a spin out. So we're gonna have a caution and pull these guys a little closer to us on the restart, and we'll see if we can, out there in our sight, let's see if we can keep up with them. Oh, easy. Not too hard. Oh. Looks like we are an upgrade away maybe from keeping up with these guys in front of us. 10 laps to go. We do have that aero damage. I don't know how much it's affecting us. Eight laps to go now. Clocking these laps. We're trying. Oh, yeah. Still don't have that. It's okay. Just not coming out of the corner clean enough. Slowed down a little too much there. There's a spin. Alright, so here we are on the restart. 2 laps to go. We're in 4th place. Ooh. Look at that. That's what we want right there. Yeah, don't spin him, don't spin him. That slowed us down. Alright. Alright, so 3rd place. That was a good couple last laps. That's going to take us to 2nd place. That's quite an improvement. 2nd place in the season standings. We also have acquired a local sponsor in Boldy's Drywall, so that'll help us on a race-to-race basis, earning a little bit more cash. And that's the end of race 4 for this episode. This is our 5th episode. I hope you're enjoying this. I thank you once again for joining me. If you'd like the videos, please like, subscribe, whatever the normal stuff is. Feel free to share it. I'm going to keep working on this channel and try to grow it organically over time. And I've got some live streams going. If you want to check those out, I'll try to do those at night. And we'll just keep it going, see what we can do. So this is Mr. Optimism, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.